Please give a big warm welcome to Amadou.
Hello everyone. Is it on? Don't count that. Huh? I know you're counting the numbers. Huh? Hello everyone.
Yes,
Is it working?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. My name is Amadou. I'm the co-founder of Gibeah. We are solving a big problem, an up-to-date problem, the problem of software developers. I'll zero in Africa, but I'll show you globally. Pretty sure a lot of people in London as well. It's very hard to find a developer. So typically in Africa, we have a capacity problem for software developers. We don't have enough. I'm actually running a survey to figure out how many developers are actually good in Africa. And I think we reached about 100,000 so far. The next thing is, even if there are developers in Africa, they're not employable yet, or they're not visible enough to be employed outside of Africa. The next thing is, all of these startups that you hear, they need developers. Actually, some of them trying to turn them into some clients of mine, right? So this is a big problem. But then the opportunity is there. So there's a gloomy part where there's not enough developers, but Africa is bound now to be the next IT outsourcing hub. Actually, India will be outsourcing to Africa soon. Infosys is doing that already. So the opportunity is insane for software developers in Africa. The global market is insane as well. One of the things that actually I like is 930 billion IT spending in emerging market. Now Africa is only touching about 7% yet, but they're coming up. Every government in Africa is looking to ICT for development, ICT, digitization. What we do is we came up with a very refined engineer. We actually engineered this model for over 4 years, but the company is only 1 year, and I'll explain how that happened. On one side, we created a training model to create specialists, like Navy SEALs developers. We're not a coding school. When we, for example, graduate somebody in Gibeah, for example, it could be a mobile application engineer in fintech, very specialized, because I want him to be productive day one. And we charge tuition about $1,500 for 6 months training. Once they graduate, we put them onto a marketplace, whereby Gibeah takes 25% commission and different types of products, and then the rest goes to the developer. So in terms of impact, imagine a developer in Senegal, Ethiopia, Kenya that makes $3,000 a month, right? I'm sorry. And then we have an incubation model. People tell me, why do you have an incubation? Because most developers are very creative, right? And turnover of developers is insane. So if you want to keep them captivated, you actually give them the option to become an entrepreneur, which is why we offer them an opportunity to invest in them, right? 25% to 40% equity. So our model is actually a self-sustaining ecosystem where we protect ourselves from every shock, right? We make money on every piece of it. So if we dig into the platform itself, we have about 4 different products that we've engineered as well. For example, clients in Africa want a subscription model. They pay $100 a month. They can plug into a developer anytime, right? The other one is a la carte, where clients bring us their project and say, I have $5,000, I just want to build a prototype, and you do it for me. The third one is a transactional. We plug in a developer $25 an hour that actually works for our clients in Silicon Valley. The newest one is Code in a Box, which is speed to market, allows startups to be up and running in 2 weeks instead of three months. We have great traction. We invested about $1 million. This came from me and my co-founder. We have about $411,000 revenue in 6 months. The company is only 1 month old. I mean, 1 year old. Fancy, yeah? And we invested in 2 startups, and I'll show you real quick what they look like. One of the excitement here, we actually partnered with IBM because they selected us to be the actual implementation partner for the platform called API Connect, which is Node.js and stuff like that we mastered. Here's the numbers. You want some numbers? I'll make sure the numbers. We plan that by 2020, we'll be generating about $86 million by beefing up our number of talent, doing more training, and actually incubating more startups. We have competitors, probably heard of Mandela, right? Our model is different because we're multi-stream, right? We prevent ourselves from, like I say, from being external shocks. But one of the things that's actually interesting is also our service model is a bit different, right? We're looking for 6 million Series A. Right? The way we're going to spend is straightforward, business development. We want to be in every, in every major city in Europe, actually, have a business development team that can push services back to Africa to our developers, mostly startups, right? We're also looking to have a better quality assurance team, because as we bring on these developers, bring on these products, we've got to make sure that actually these products are very well done, very well secured and everything. Otherwise, it can tend our brain, right? The other thing is deeper market penetration. Well, right now, we're in Ethiopia and Kenya. We want to be in Francophone Africa, where there's 500 million people that actually we can use. The other thing is using our marketplace to actually train more developers to get into the marketplace, because it's a chicken and egg. You have to have, right? A lot of developers to actually generate some type of revenue. So I'm going too fast because I only have 3 minutes. These are the example of actually how the platform works. This is a game called Kukulu. It's a runner game, like Temple Run, born out of Ethiopia, coming out in the next 2 months, 3D mobile game application. This game in particular, the person who built it came as a student, become a contractor, and later decided to be a startup. And I'll let you run a video real quick, just to show you what it looks like actually what I'm talking about. This is in Ethiopia. Here's a little sound. Thank you, guys.
So the business like strikes an emotion for me in my first attempt at entrepreneurship with the financial analytics outsourcing business. So I can, I know where they don't work sometimes, but I guess a question leading to a comment: can developers get on the marketplace without being trained by you?
Yes and no. Yes, in a sense where we have to build a relationship with the developer, right? That's the whole idea. Developers think differently. So we may not give you the 6 months training that makes you a specialist. If you're already a specialist, we may give you a 1 month training, right? On how do we work, what's the process, how do we do the transaction with you and all that different things. Making sure that the client actually that hires you have a professional in front of them. For example, one of the issues we have is some of the developers don't speak English properly. Right? So what we did is we created a 30-day class of professional English that allow you to communicate. So those are different things we do.
Okay. So maybe like a loaded question, because I think if maybe you've got 3 businesses. I understood them. One is the marketplace itself. The other is the training. The other one's as an incubator, effectively. I mean, I tell you, I'm sure you know Upwork, that company. That's going to get a big valuation from Series A investors, and the one that's really going to get them excited. Training, not so much, right? So they're going to discount that big time valuation-wise. I think that's a great revenue stream. It's just something to keep in mind, and push the marketplace thing when you're in front of these VCs. But otherwise, I think it's great, man. Congrats, and it's obviously growing so fast. So it's cool.
Thank you.
Hey, I love the business. We're investors in Andela, so we really like it. So I'm wondering if you're going to take business away from Andela, and then being an Indian, are you taking business away from India? So I don't know what to say, but
Okay, one question from the audience, if any.
Hi, I'm Joel. I'm a budding entrepreneur studying management at UCL. I just had a question regarding the competition. So you made a point earlier about attracting the best talent, so not only the best players, but people who are going to be professional. And your model having a tuition fee in contrast to Andela, where they're actually paid to study. In terms of attracting the best talent, do you feel there's any pressure in that the best people might want to go to Andela first, and that because it's highly selective and they're getting paid? Or do you feel that that's not that doesn't pose much of a threat to in terms of attracting that top 1%?
Okay, first of all, you saw the numbers. It will take about 20 Andelas to solve the software development problems in Africa. Andela can't do it alone. There's no way. I mean, you see how India has done it the past 40, 50 years. So it depends on where you are too. If you're in, for example, in Ethiopia, where we are, there's no other school or model that you can go to be a professional, right? And they're already paying actually double what I just showed you to other private school to do that. So for us, the training is more of a we actually sustain our cost, right, by allowing people to pay. So we haven't had that problem yet. But we also created a partnership with organizations who actually sponsor the developers. So when they graduate, they can actually go and work for that company, or they can just, you know, maybe guide them to work for other companies. So far, so good. We don't have that problem.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Amadou. Okay, please welcome Kachi. A round of applause.
Thank you. This is to go forward. Yes. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, working.
It is?
Yeah.
Great. My name is Kachi, and I am a co-founder at Trade Depot, a company that provides B2B consumer goods supply for retailers in emerging markets. Now, this is not a problem that is, that exists in the West, the way we have it, and it's very important that we drill into what the problem actually is. So, to understand the problem a bit more, let's zoom into this retailer somewhere in Lagos. We'll call her Iyawumi. Not her real name, but this is an actual African entrepreneur. Now, to replenish stock on her shelves, about twice every week, she has to leave her shop, travel about a couple of hours early in the morning to go get products from informal markets. These products are marked up because of how she's getting them. So what this means is her margins are less. She loses sales time because she has to leave her shop, so her sales levels drop. Now, if you zoom out a bit to look at the big picture, retail in Africa literally is driven by millions of Iyawumis. Just let that sink in for a minute. 90% of consumer goods retailed in Africa today is retailed through about 5 million retail stores of this sort, about 1.4 million of them in Nigeria alone. This is a market that McKinsey estimates to be worth $339 billion today, projected to grow to up to $1 trillion by 2030. The flip side of this, of course, is that this fragmented nature of the market costs the product brands up to over $4 billion every year. So Trade Depot is a mobile-based consumer goods supply platform for Africa retail outlets that connects them directly to these product brands. What we effectively have done is we've built a digital platform, and we've put this to control supply, and we've put this platform in the hands of retailers. What's our advantage, and why are we successful at this? So first thing is that we've taken the Airbnb approach to actual fulfillment, right? We've focused on the major players for logistics and warehousing, integrated them onto our platform, and automated their processes. Actually, the largest player in the space, we've locked them in with full integration with all their 50 depots across the country. In addition, we have a very experienced team, veterans in the space from many decades working in consumer goods. I'll talk about that in a minute. For our retailers, many of them are very unsophisticated, so we have to have many channels to actually be able to enable them engage with this platform properly. We provide USSD code-based ordering for folks using very basic phones. We work with a telco. We are working with a telco in Nigeria to roll out these Amazon Dash type, but SIM card-based devices to allow retailers to order. But the cost is borne by the brands, so there is no capital outlay. And for the more sophisticated guys, we have Facebook Messenger chat-based ordering and an Android-based mobile app. Now, our model is transaction fee-based, right? So for orders we process, we charge a margin about 0.5%. But we expect, based on traction, to be doing about 15 billion transactions through the platform by the 4th year. Traction. So we started out focusing on milk. We partnered with Promasidor, which is one of the largest dairy producers in Africa in 26 countries. But in Nigeria alone, over the last 15 months, they've pushed $265 million worth of products through the platform. PSI, US-based health nonprofit, is using our platform to push contraceptives, HIV, and malaria products through retail outlets, and they've done 2 million to 2,900 outlets in the last 2 months. And then Coca-Cola, of course, is working with us to roll out to their low-volume outlets, 120,000 of them in Lagos alone. The team is myself and my 2 co-founders. We've worked together on 3 different startups over the last 15 years. And on our board, we have Dr. Mbonu, who is a veteran. He ran distribution for Heineken in West Africa for over 15 years. And Falabi Esson, of course, is a seasoned investor. We're looking to raise $5 million to help us scale out our distribution logistics and achieve a $10 million run rate. And thank you.
Thank you. Round of applause.
Thank you. How much are you making right now?
So we're on course to do $550,000 by the end of this year, and we're looking to make $3.2 million by the end of next year.
Understood. And you're using third-party logistics to fulfill orders to these retailers?
Yeah. So how it works, the producers fulfill through distributors, right, that they walk through the process of onboarding onto their platforms, and then they use informal markets to dump product that they can't get into the market, right? So what we've done is we've integrated the structured distributors they use onto our platform. So when we get an order from a retailer for a brand, we help them route it to the right distributor to supply, either based on his location, because everyone is geo-coded, or based on a territorial assignment, based on the rules that the producer has put in place.
And you are acquiring the retailers on your platform, or who's doing that?
So we work with, so what we're doing to drop our costs is that we work with the brands to acquire the retailer.
Okay.
So they tend to end up bearing the bulk of that cost. But the good thing is once we've acquired the retailer for one brand, it's available for us across both.
That's a good one. No, I like the business. Think about integrating supply chain finance and then supply chain credit into this as soon as possible to boost your revenues.
So we actually went into partnership with Pay Later is it's a microcredit agency in Nigeria. So what we provide them is the intelligence to know who qualifies for what credit, and then we roll this back to the retailers.
Very cool. Excellent. One question from the audience, right there.
So, really basic question. How do you handle payments between the retailer, the supply chain, the merchant? Because there's a whole bunch of issues around actual payments, right?
Yeah. So there are several things. We enable various models for this, right? We've integrated with the payment providers that are available, right? So you are able to pay with your card, but that's not a model anyone uses because the margins are high for this type of business. We've enabled integration to bank accounts now with the national settlement agencies, so the costs are much less. But in addition, we accept cash. So when the distributors actually get their products to the guys, they collect pay. So what we've insisted on doing is we don't work with a distributor unless there's a brand bringing him on board. So we hold the brands ultimately responsible for compliance for everyone across their channels.
Okay, thank you very much. A round of applause for CcHUB. Please welcome with me, Wilson.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Wilson Kutegeka. I'm from Kampala, Uganda. I'm the founder and CEO of ClinicMaster. Here's the problem. Over there is a hospital called Kampala Independent Hospital in Uganda. It has several departments: lab, pharmacy, radiology, etc. Now, all these departments are actually having different systems to manage the patient's data. Now, and they have a problem of billing. One department, for example, a doctor might have a different bill from what pharmacy has. A doctor has no easy way of knowing which drug is available, which is not available. And that's the problem. In other words, they are facing business and clinical complexity because of that challenge. Now, that problem, on top of Kampala Independent Hospital, is extended to other hospitals. Because of that, these hospitals cannot link or connect each other to be able to share your medical data. If, for example, me, Wilson Kutegeka, I go to a hospital in the rural area, they have a machine, could be a radiology machine, they can do an X-ray on me, and then a hospital in the city where there are experts, because most expert specialists tend to concentrate on the city, they have no easy way of advising somebody in the rural to be able to share medical data. I'll give an example. Today, I got an SMS. When money was deposited on my account, I received an SMS. Unfortunately, in healthcare, for example, if I want to share my medical record so that I can get assistance from a doctor, not in a hospital where I went. It's a very hard thing to do. This is the solution that we are doing at ClinicMaster. We are interconnecting the different hospitals, enabling a patient, you or me, to be able to have your data shared across the network. I'll share why. You might wonder, in Uganda, for example, where I live, and we are #1 in Uganda actually, ClinicMaster, there are over 11,000 hospitals and clinics, and majority of them, 93% actually use manual system. Doctors write down clinical notes on paper, etc., and they never go back to make a good sense of this information. It's great, it's much, but no statistics created out of that. And the market alone, just in Uganda, I'm sharing an example of Uganda, is over 52. Now, this is based on data in Uganda, but if you look at the region where we're operating, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, it's actually, you would multiply that by 5, for example, to be able to understand the value that is available. Competitive advantage. Most of the players coming to the market are actually international companies. ClinicMaster, we are a local company. We understand the environment. We are developing the system according to the culture. So we are an affordable product with high return on investment, provide good accuracy and data insights. We are a locally developed system, and in our setting, there is a rule where they don't want patients' data to get out of the country. So they want it to remain in the country and then get shared. So because we are locally developed, we can manage to have the data center within our country and actually help patients move wherever they want. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you ClinicMaster. Thank you. ClinicMaster is basically a health information management and medical billing system that automates patients' transaction in a hospital or clinic depending on a daily procedure and also visits. Now, we have enterprise application with mobility component so that a patient can actually share, can have his data shared across facilities. How it works. This is how it works. Over there, you're seeing a patient in different departments. His or her data is captured electronically, and then these departments are able to share the same medical record. Our business model is simple. We started by concentrating on the few clients we have, make sure that they're stable before we go elsewhere. Once we became stable in 1 or 2 hospitals, then we were referred to other hospitals. It has basically been a referral model. Once in a while, we also do targeted exhibitions and demo to be able to get other clients. Our business model has been simple. We charge $496 per user and annual support of 20%. A user in this case is a staff at the hospital who uses the system and the connection. These are some of our clients. These are the biggest hospitals if you went to Uganda in our setting. Like I told you, we're actually #1 in Uganda. Our clients have been growing since 2010 when we had 1 client, and currently we have over 80 hospitals in Uganda, Kenya, South Sudan. Our revenue has also been growing over the years, and we've also got international recognition. We are an ISO certified company. We've got some people talk about us, local press, international press. This is the team. Myself, we're a team of 15 software engineers, computer scientists. Myself, Wilson Kutegeka, with over 17 years experience in health IT. Formerly, I'm Microsoft MVP, and I hold a degree in computer science. to expand in the East African market, and also build a data center to be able to accommodate more facilities. We are looking for a funding of $2 million, and in 12 months of funding should be able to become profitable and open a data center. These are projected clients to double a year. We also expect our revenue to be doubling a year. Here is our contacts. Join us. We put on blue shoes, blue socks. Thank you very much.
Thanks for that. To what extent is your product either very standardized, or do you customize it for certain clients?
We do customize it for certain clients, but we do it in a tactical way. We create options most of the time so that it's the same product used everywhere, but with minimal customization. But there are those, out of the 90, we have about 3 or 4 who have completely unique features. They have their own version. Like 90% is the same, but I have some tweaks, so we also do that. But for majority, we let them fit on what we have.
That's good. I mean, I was close to a company in the UK that's not a million miles away from this product, and they made the big mistake of doing too much work for Bupa, and they became like an outsourced software developer for Bupa. So you definitely want to avoid that. So keep it standardized well advised.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. A round of applause.
I didn't get the blue trousers.
Yeah, we have blue color. We put on blue.
Okay. Thank you very much. Next, we welcome Tawanda of BitFinance. Yeah, that's the clicker.
Good evening. My name is Tawanda Kembo and I'm from BitFinance. And at BitFinance, we're making it super easy for companies and people to buy or sell cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and now Dash and Litecoin. We started BitFinance because we felt the process of making a cross-border payment, an international payment, was very painful. Just to give you some background, in Zimbabwe, a lot of our banks are, in fact, all our banks are Forex strapped, so we don't have enough Forex in our banking system. So Visa and MasterCard doesn't work. And you can't make an international transfer through your bank anymore. It's now very difficult. So the way people do it now is, even now in 2017, we see companies buying cash on the black market, putting it in a duffel bag, and then driving across the border to make a payment. And this is a very big problem, because last year alone, $5.3 billion worth of imports came into the country. And so we solved this problem by building a cryptocurrency exchange. And the way it works is simple. Customers want to pay for imports, come to our exchange, and then they buy cryptocurrency. But because they are not buying this cryptocurrency from us, they're actually buying it from other people selling cryptocurrencies. We've got a two-sided market, so we are tackling multiple problems at the same time. Both imports, and then we've got the other side that are doing exports and remittances. Remittances is another really interesting use case we've seen because of the demand for cryptocurrency. We see people getting negative transfer fees for remittances. So think sending £100 to your Zimbabwe, to your mother in Zimbabwe, and your mother getting £120 or £130. So more money that you sent actually gets there, and that's how big the demand for cryptocurrency is. We're competing directly with cash because people are actually going to the black market and buying cash and then putting it in a, guys, that is ridiculous. So you're giving your duffel bag to a bus driver and trusting them to deliver it safely across the border. We are also competing directly with banks, but as you can see, in 2016, The total amount of forex in the banking sector was only $163 million. So banks don't even have the capacity to solve this problem alone, to meet the consumer demand. So we are really just competing with banks for talent such as software engineers and security people, system administrators and stuff like that. We went live in September 2015 and we've been growing every month. Our volume is now at 150K. In fact, our volume grows by 125% every quarter. We've raised $55,000 to date, and we've used that to validate our product and prove that our business model works. We've got an amazing team. I'm the geek in the team. So, I built my first software program in 1999 when I was 18 years old. So I'm a guy who wasted 12 years of his life. I've also got pull requests that have been accepted in Bitcoin Core and now Bitcoin Cash. And as you can see, our team has experience from academia and small startups to growing startups such as Flowcash, local banks, and large companies such as Microsoft. We're raising $2.2 million, and we want to use this to basically acquire the talent we need and the processes we need to get our company to the next stage, to basically scale our company. And I'll take questions.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll be blunt. I think you can do better with your presentation, honestly. Your model work, I understand it works on a two-sided exchange, right? So Zimbabwean to US dollars and then US dollars getting Zimbabwean to cryptocurrency and then cryptocurrency back to dollars or some, like it is two deep liquid exchanges on either end with instant conversion. Is that accurate?
No, not quite. So we don't have a local currency in Zimbabwe. We've been there for a few years. So we've got about, yeah.
So how do I buy cryptocurrency in Zimbabwe? I don't. I buy. Just explain a bit.
We're an exchange, so you basically make a transfer to us and we credit the money on our platform, and then you use that money to buy from other people's savings. So we're like a marketplace.
But if I'm buying cryptocurrency on your exchange, what currency do you need from me?
Mostly US dollar.
So you're a US company acquiring US customers.
Let me explain this another way. So in Zimbabwe,
I'm slow, but you know.
So in Zimbabwe, we don't have a local currency. The most popular currency is the US dollar. But it's not uncommon for you to buy with US dollar and get your change in South African rand or Botswana pula. We've got 9 currencies that are legal.
Okay. Fair enough. So one question I would have for you is this then a very geo-specific and temporal model? That's one. 2, you are going to, this is a heavily divided field. As soon as you say cryptocurrency and BitFinance, right? And this is like, no, just walk out because I don't believe in this, to be honest with you. But say a bit more, don't say you're competing with cash. I don't like people saying you're competing because there are a bunch of people competing with cash and you're competing with them, right? So put folks like TransferWise and MFS Africa, the kind of people who are tackling remittance and other things, and then explain why your model works better. Sorry for being blunt, but that's my feedback.
Okay. Thank you. Any questions from the audience? Okay. We'll take Shay.
So my name is Shay, I'm an entrepreneur. I wanted to understand, so this seems to solve a very Zimbabwe-centric problem where there's multiple people using multiple currencies. How is this useful to say someone in Accra or Lagos, Nigeria, who might not have the same multi-currency issues?
Okay. Answer that?
Yeah, I'll give Nigeria as an example. Because in Nigeria, because of capital controls, it's also very difficult to make an international transfer. The problem is not as serious as it is in Zimbabwe, but Zimbabwe is a special case because we don't really have any other companies solving this particular problem. We do have Western Union and MoneyGram, but you can only use those to send money to Zimbabwe. So there's really no other way to send money outside Zimbabwe. Not even the government can send money outside Zimbabwe right now. So, and this is true. This is true. So, like we do see this problem in other countries. So happens that it's worse in places such as Zimbabwe.
Okay, thank you very much. Next we call Wizam of PrepClass. A round of applause for Wizam.
Hi everyone. Good evening. I see some of us are tired. My name is Wizam of PrepClass. I'm from PrepClass. I'm going to make this as lively as I can. We're an education company in Nigeria. Basically, we're an online marketplace that connects tutors and learners, both online and offline, at scale. Now, there are over 50 million students in Africa from primary, nursery to secondary levels who perform below the required academic standards. For the parents of these kids, they have two options. They either change the child's school or they request an after-school solution. Now, I don't know how it's done here in London, but I'll request your indulgence. If you've ever used the service of a tutor before, or you know anyone that's used the service of a tutor before, can you just show of hands? Okay, that's not bad. So I see like 30%, and it's something like that in Africa, just a little bit higher. About 30% of the parents need to be able to know, to vet and identify the best tutors. And they need a solution that can provide them with customized, individualized service to their kids to help them improve their learning. And that's exactly what PrepClass is. Now, PrepClass is built on three foundations: technology, community, and content. For technology, we use that to vet and test our tutors en masse, and also, of course, manage our tutor relationships. But we also use that to allow tutors to create and upload content onto our mobile and web platform so that students can come onto the platform and make use of that content. So we're no longer just serving one-to-one tutoring, but students are now able en masse to use the content that is created by a particular tutor, or tutors coming onto the platform to create content for millions of students. Part of our strength is also based in our community. We have over 20,000 tutors who have applied to work with us, and we have content on our platform that is constantly being created and curated by these tutors. Our business model is simple. We hire and vet these tutors, we onboard clients, we connect tutors and the learners or the clients. At the end of the month, the learners pay us while we pay the tutors, and we keep a 30% commission on all of our relationships. Now, we're having a huge social impact in Nigeria where we're based. I want you to meet these three people, Ade, Emeka, and Kole. In Nigeria, there are over 1 million students who would be able to benefit from a platform where they can come on and get content that is created by local tutors, locally relevant content that they can make use of. And that's exactly what our tech platform is. It allows text, image, video, audiovisual, and so on and so forth. Now, Emeka is a student who has an exam that he needs to pass for him to further his academic ambitions. And PrepClass is providing that personalized solution that gives him one-on-one attention and helps him to improve his performance. And that's coolly. There are over 1,200 tutors in Nigeria currently that we have created jobs for. Every month we create about 50 to 60 new jobs. We're able to help these tutors not only by creating jobs for them, but creating extra income. So I'll go a little bit faster because I'm up on time. We have a market of over $800 million in Nigeria. There are about 400,000 families who would make use of a service like PrepClass. The marketplace space is much bigger in Africa. We estimate that it's a $4.5 billion market size. In China, where it's even more mature, it's about $43 billion. Now, the African market is very interesting because it's almost completely unsaturated. There's nobody playing big in that space. And it creates a huge opportunity for the players in China, where there are some tutoring companies worth $1 billion, to come in and see that as a huge growth opportunity when we have been able to capture that opportunity to a significant level. Now, where are we currently? We've raised over $480,000. We've processed, our current run rate is about $500,000. And we've had requests worth about $2 million so far. We have a community of about 25,000 tutors. Where we want to be, now this is where we are right now, where we want to be in 2 years is having a run rate of about $2 million and a community of over 500 tutors and learners on our platform. How do we get there? We want to raise $1.5 million to grow aggressively over the next 2 years and invest in marketing, content, tech, the group tutoring part of business, and of course, key hires. This is the team, myself and my co-founder. I worked in Google and then Gibeah before I started the business. We also have very, very experienced people on our board. Mukhtar, former MD of Pearson Nigeria. Ade Fisayo, who was the managing director at one of the biggest schools in Nigeria, and a host of other people, very impressive people on our board. So I would really love to take your questions. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. I think it's a really cool business. I love the tutoring space, and it's huge in the UK, as I'm sure you know. To what extent is technology involved in the analysis of your tutors?
Okay, so we're using technology for 3 things. To test the tutors, for the written, so we do 3 types of tests currently. There's a written test, so tutors are able to come onto the platform and take that written test on the platform, but we also want to have an idea of how they actually teach. And so they have to upload a short video of themselves teaching. So we look at that. We also sometimes do these interviews physically. In some cases, we might invite them over to our office to come and do these interviews. So that's how we started, so we could learn how to scale that part of the process. So they send in videos and we're able to see how exactly they do the tutoring. So with that, we're able to know, okay, this person is a good tutor and identify good tutors. On the tech part, we're also using it for a bit, we're also planning on using it for a bit of AI. So to make the platform adaptive, such that when learners are practicing on the platform, the questions get harder or easier depending on their level of expertise. So we got investments this year from GSMA, about $3,000 for building this platform.
Cool, just one more. How do you prevent from tutors just circumventing you?
Yeah, so that's a fantastic question. What we yeah, it is. So what we consider to be really unique about us is not only the community, but it's also the content. So this year we started creating what we like to think about as sticky content, which means we're modifying the curriculum and we're creating content that is unique to us, such that as a parent, when you're coming onto PrepClass, you're not just saying, oh, I want to get a tutor. You're getting a PrepClass tutor. There's a PrepClass way of doing things that differentiates us from everyone else. And then there's also the technology part of it, so that when your child is at home, they don't just say, oh, I went to class or my tutor came and that's the end. But even when they're home and they know, they can still connect with the content that is available on that platform. So there's the community, which is only one aspect of it when you talk about, oh, what if the parent gets someone else? But there's also the content we're using, which they can't get elsewhere. There's the technology that we make available to them, which they can't get elsewhere.
Thank you. Just a quick one. I was curious if any one of your tutors answered the question on the slide, what is the meaning of life and why do we exist?
Thank you.
Okay, one comment from someone who hasn't had a comment before. Okay, take them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just pass it to that room.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Abhishek and I'm an EduTech founder entrepreneur. My question to you is, I was not able to understand actually how you're delivering the tuitions. Like, is it that students are going to a particular physical space, or is it done online via video conference?
Okay, so we have a hybrid model. In some cases, the tutors go to the houses of the students. And then on the app, the students are also able to take courses that are created and uploaded by the students and by the tutors. And this is very important because of our kind of space in Nigeria, where you don't necessarily have huge mobile penetration, and it's not necessarily convenient for everybody to come online. Plus, more importantly, people are not yet so used to learning online. So more traditionally, people understand a tutor coming to their homes. So we offer both services. On the tech part, it helps us to be able to scale, and there are millions of students we can reach with that. But on the physical part, for people who maybe have an exam to prepare for, people who need that hands-on, physical, face-to-face knowledge, tutoring experience, we allow the tutors to go to the client's house or to the learner's house, to provide tutoring service.
Okay, thank you very much. So we have 2 to go. We'll soon be done. A big round of applause for Baptiste.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? So I'm Baptiste. I work at GoMetro. We are a smart transport company all the way from Cape Town, South Africa. So I was about to ask you if you like traffic jams, but I guess no. So the problem is that there's no roads, there's not enough parkings for every one of us using our car all at the same time. We're losing time, we're losing money, we're damaging the environment, eventually we're losing happiness. No cities has been able to build its way out of what we call at GoMetro the park gestion issue, contraction for parking and congestion. So our main concern at GoMetro is how do we help cities move the way, improve the way they move their people. So we've come up with a solution called flexible mobility. So if you want a simple idea, imagine Google and Uber having a baby. So flexible mobility is focusing on delivering mobility as a service. So we're shifting away from personally owned modes of transport towards mobility solutions consumed as a service. So we've got a 3-step approach to rewire urban transport. First, we map out city transport networks, both formal and informal, as in Cape Town. Then we provide this data to mass transit users so that we can learn about their movement. And then we launch our very own ride-sharing shuttles, they call Flix. So Flix basically is an on-demand subscription service for a shared shuttle between people commuting every day in the same direction. So take this guy, for example. You want to go to the airport. He doesn't have time to take public transport. He uses a ride-sharing shuttle. That woman over there, she wants to know where her bus stop is and which line to take. Then she uses our Journey Transit app to know that. And then this guy over here, he usually go to the university park and riding, but he can't do that anymore because the parking is full. So he basically uses Flix to go to his train station and then he takes the train. So we are the national transit journey app in South Africa. We have 25,000 active users and we are present across 7 cities in the country. So that's the journey we've been through. We started in 2012 as a small mobile site for train schedules and delay app. Then we added some location-based advertising, data analytics, and city mapping. We got a huge track record in city cell. We raised $1.2 million through VC firm in South Africa. Opened the UK office this year, and we will open a Series A in Q1 2018. That's our team. We got our biz dev from UK that's in the room. We got a bunch of different skills. Our CEO is a civil engineer, we got a product expert, we got a lawyer, coder. We've been generating revenue for the past 4 years, doubling every year since then. We've achieved break-even on the year 3, and we're hitting $1 million revenue this year. So as I said, we will open a Series A in Q1 2018, mostly to develop our businesses across South Africa and the UK. The good thing is that the technology has been built already, so we just have to maintain it a little bit. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Baptiste. I'll ask the obvious question. Why not Uber share as opposed to your shuttle service?
Because our shuttle is a subscription actually. So you basically, with people using our Journey Planner app, we can know where they live, where they're going, and we cluster them into a group of 5 people having the same origin and the same destination. So they subscribe to a service for a month. It's $100 per month for the service, and that's Flix.
So are you then missing out also on the people who want to just use your shuttle one time?
Sorry?
Is it only a subscription service?
We're going to start with a subscription service with people that we can actually predict the movements of corporate commuters and mass transit users. And then when we've reached a critical mass, then we'll open an ad hoc service, which will be a Uber-like service.
Okay, excellent. One comment from the room? Yes, question?
Hi.
Yeah, it's working.
Thank you for a very good presentation.
Just a quick question, a three-pronged question, in fact. When you say national app, does it mean it's an official national app backed by the state?
We have a partner with the National Rail Agency, which is called PRESA, and we present in the seven biggest cities in South Africa.
Okay, so have you got expansion prospects across South Africa?
Yeah. We want to be in every big cities in South Africa, and the next big market that we want to hit is the UK actually. So we've got projects in Cambridge and Newcastle at the moment. Okay. So we're expanding that way.
And then critically, do you have to invest in your own plant? You own all the vehicles yourself?
No, the riders own the vehicles at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Baptiste. A round of applause. And our very special Kenna to come close this event. A round of applause.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm Kenna from Kudobuzz. I know you guys have been sitting for quite some time now. You are tired. So before I get into it, let's all get up and stretch a little bit.
That's a good one.
Thank you, everyone. So at Kudobuzz, what we are trying to do is we are on a journey to help small and medium e-commerce businesses make more money. So how are we doing this? We've realized that e-commerce and medium businesses, they lack the tools to be able to aggregate reviews from multiple social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Yelp, right? Now, if you look at a medium business owner, they have reviews all over Facebook, they have reviews all over Google+, they have reviews all over, they have positive comments coming from Twitter, they have reviews on Yelp and all those places. But if a potential customer goes to their website, there are no reviews, right? Now this brings in trust. They don't trust their brand because there's no social proof, and they might even not end up buying and moving to their competitor. Another problem they have is that they want to be able to get more organic traffic, right? Increase their sales and do all those things. And they know that the key place for them to get easy traffic is by ranking higher on search engines, right? But it's very competitive for them. It's very expensive for them to do that because they need to hire an SEO agency that costs a lot of money. If they want to learn this on their own, it takes them a lot of time and they need to focus on their business. So this is where Kudobuzz comes in. We've built a simple, easy SaaS tool that allows these small and medium businesses to create reviews from all the social media platforms that they currently have and their customers are on. On top of this, we've built an AI that sits on search engines like Google and Bing, and then look at the competition for these small and medium businesses, and then advise them on what their competition is doing. So they have simple tips that they follow and implement this on their website every week or every day to be able to outrank their competition and then make more money. So now, if a potential customer goes to a business website, they're able to see reviews which are verified because we connect it to the social channels. They're able to trust the brand and then buy from the brand. Not only that, they also get ranked higher on search engines. And then, as part of this, they even get their Kudobuzz reviews showing as part of their organic search. Another amazing thing they're able to do is that they're able to push these reviews back to social media as a form of content marketing. And this is a cool way of them being able to convert new customers that are even visiting their social media pages. So why would businesses keep paying for Kudobuzz, right? We know last year that about 81% of all orders that came in were as a result of friends and families recommending or typing something cool about a business on social media. We also know that about 85% of all orders that came in came from Facebook, right? And then Facebook is one of the potential places or one of the exclusive places that we are actually integrating with to help merchants be able to make more money from it. And of course, every small and medium business wants to rank high on search engines and tap into the free organic traffic to make sales. So this is why they'll keep on paying for Kudobuzz. So now, what is the opportunity? This is about a 7 billion per year market, right? We are targeting about 22 million small and medium businesses that are found on platforms like Shopify, BigCommerce, TikTok, Store Engine. Currently, we are only integrating with 5 of these platforms, and there are about 20 of them. Now, within this 5 platforms, we've created over 2 million verified reviews as of now. And this is coming from our active users of about 15,000 small and medium businesses actively using Kudobuzz right now. Now, about 95% of this business are in the US. The rest are spread across Europe, Asia, and then Africa. So we use a freemium model. You can use Kudobuzz for free, and then you pay for premium features that are on the platform. We currently have an MRR of about $25,000, and then we have 800 paying users right now out of the 15,000 that we have. So we are looking to raise 1.5 million. What we want to do with this money? We want to be able to expand our engineering team, hire more smart AI guys to join the team, help us do amazing things. We also want to expand the sales and marketing team. Now, this is what we are intending to do with the money. After expanding this, we want, at the end of 2019, we want to be able to reach about 800,000 small and medium businesses using Kudobuzz. And that would give us a yearly revenue of about $20 million. And this money is supposed to last for about 24 months. Cool. So these are the teams that are the core team behind Kudobuzz. So myself, I'm mostly the cheerleader. I'm always in the office cheering people up to do the amazing things. And then I also lead the growth team. We have William, who is our CTO and very skilled in this thing, in the tech side that we are doing. And then there's David that leads our product development and then UI UX, right? So we are on this journey, and we believe that social review is going to be the next big thing that is going to help e-commerce medium businesses to make sales, because social commerce is becoming big. And then if you are here and you believe that social commerce is also becoming big, please, I'll be at the backstage. Right after here, just let's talk.
Okay, so our panelists.
Yeah, great presentation. Love the initial gimmick. But really, overall, good presentation. I think it's a very scalable product. Like it a lot. Obviously, you want to focus as much as you can on aggregating by AI and the development of the software. But yeah, I think it's great. So no questions there.
Thank you.
Okay, question from the audience? Just one, as we wrap this up. Any takers? Yay! Cool.
Can you stand up, please?
So how does the AI work in terms of giving tips to your customers and how to get better reviews?
Okay, so let me give you the secret sauce, but there's an NDA, you see, there. You can't. So what we do is the merchant will tell us the keyword they want to rank for, right? And we know the competition around this keyword. And we study things like the backlinks that this competition is building, the signals that they are coming, like their Moz ranking, all those things. And we pull this together, and then we try to see how easy it is for a keyword to rank within a certain time frame. So we're actually looking at 90 days or 120 days max for it to rank a keyword, right? How many backlinks you need to build, how many social signals you need to build, and what content you need to build, where you need to build the content from, and then who is the email address of, let's say, a potential blog that you can reach to get the content from. Yeah, so that's how we go about it.
Okay, thank you very, very much. That was intense. I really enjoyed all the slides and all the presentations. And thank you all for being a very warm and captive audience. Bosun, can you wrap this up for us?
I'll try. What do we think? On a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate the company's idea? 10. Woo! 10. Wow. We're proud of these guys, to be honest, and we're proud of you guys as well. Thanks for spending your evening with us. All the entrepreneurs are going to be in the room. We're here for money, not So all the entrepreneurs are going to be on this side of the room. So if you're interested in the business, money, contacts, relationship with a customer, and you'd like to talk to them, please feel free to step aside. On the other side, Tunji mentioned that we have our own fund. So Tunji is actually taking the lead in some of this company. But beyond that as well, if you quickly just want to write this email address down, if you want to get in touch, we can push information on each of the startups to you guys. But I think in all, I would just like to say a big thank you to our sponsor, Google for Entrepreneurs. Not only are they hosting tonight, they're actually funding the entire tour.
So we leave London tomorrow night. We're traveling like rock stars. So we have a massive sleeper bus. And I mean massive. I've not seen anything as big as that. Seriously. So we're going to be traveling with that through Amsterdam, Berlin, Zurich, Paris. You can follow CcHUB on Twitter to see where we're going to be. If you have contacts in each of those cities, please try as much as possible to push information to them on this event. But most importantly, guys, our ecosystem is not as strong as yours. But we have smart guys who are really keen on doing great things. We should give them the opportunity to do so that we can build our world that we all deserve. So let's reach out, help us out, and let's help Africa contribute to the movement. Thank you all for coming.
This is one thing that Bosun brought to my mind, which is I've been to startup pitch events in Geneva, Berlin, and London in the last 3 months. And without being melodramatic, if there was a pitch off, I would bet behind this team.
This is actually the last thing I wanted to say. Let's give a big round of applause for Andrea and for Mike for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. We want your cash.
Yeah, I want your cash. So the entrepreneur.